Hey, it is editing, Chad. Just want to say that the episode you're about to listen to is a really good one, but Zoom's been a little bit weird. And for whatever reason, during certain parts, our audio would cut out, like we have a bad internet connection. It was happening with all three of us. I'm not sure what it was about, but like I said, it's a good episode. Hope you enjoy it, even with that.
If you're over a certain age, you can't hear the phrase call me now without being instantly transported to a much different time. This week, we explore those feelings having watched Call Me Miss Cleo. I'm Chad.
I'm Matt.
You're listening to the 92nd episode of We Used to Talk About This at Work. All right, so quick public service announcement, sort of, before we get going. So if this episode comes out on Saturday instead of Friday, it's because I did a bonus episode on Wednesday. So if you haven't listened to it, listen to it because it's probably good. And otherwise, I cut this out. But anyway, how are you doing this week, Matt? You're looking good. I mean, got that sunlight on you. You know, your head looks a little crisp.
Hey man, I'm trying to look pretty out here.
Yeah.
The weather's changing and 1 minute it's cold, another minute it's hot, then it's raining. So I think it's messing with my body. I might have a cold, might have a flu, who knows?
Equilibrium all the way up. I got you. So,
Right.
this week we've got our third brand new to guests of the show in a row. And guest this week, how's your equilibrium? Are you good?
My equilibrium is great.
All right. So I'd like to welcome on the show Dana. This is an old high school buddy of mine, and I'm really happy that we could, get the scheduling sorted out and that you're here to yuck it up with us and catch up. Because I'm be honest, I can't remember the last time I spoke to you.
I remember the last time I saw you.
So, okay. Tell me a story.
Well, I'll keep your business out,
Oh,
but you were on a bad date.
I was.
Yes, we were at a Childish Gambino concert.
Her.
That
Okay.
was the last time I saw you. So it's been a long time.
I think I think that was like 2012. That's like over 10
It's
years
like
ago.
13 or something like that. Yeah.
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 Wow. 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 Yeah. That person sucked. But, So, well, on the topic of relationships, you just got married, miss. So I want to say
I did.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I am enjoying it. I'm a newlywed.
Got that fresh marriage smell on you.
I sure do. And it smells.
It smells like cupcakes in the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Just like that.
It smells like you can get on his insurance now.
That's exactly what it smells like. I can get on that dental insurance because I forgot to sign up. So
fuck, you forget to sign up for dental insurance.
I know, right? So they made me take my same elections from last year.
And you didn't have dental insurance last year? You just out here?
I didn't have dental insurance because I had braces and my orthodontist was taking care of that piece. So I was like, I'm not paying for that.
Dental insurance don't pay for braces? Braces like care?
No, actually, because I'm an adult, they didn't cover braces at all. Well, at least my insurance company didn't.
Oh, you got that bullshit insurance. You can shit on insurance companies. We're not sponsored by insurance companies. Who did you dirty? Was it Blue Cross Blue Shield?
No, it was Cigna.
Oh yeah, they ain't shit.
Yeah, so they don't pay. So I had to pay out of pocket. So, I was paying monthly fees or whatever. That. So
Uh,
cleanings and all of that, because when you have braces, you have to have special cleanings and blah blah blah. So
Do you have braces right now?
no,
I was like, I don't see them, so I was like,
no, I'm brace
maybe makes
free.
that Invisalign.
that's true. I don't remember your teeth being crooked in high school.
Nobody even remembers I had braces, and I had braces like for 5 years
Wait,
since
what?
like middle school. Yeah,
Wait,
nobody even remembers that.
wait. I'm sorry. Just talking about how last year you had braces.
So I've had braces for a combined 7 years. Yeah.
Is
I
this
don't.
common for you to get braces one time and then years later have to get them again?
No, so when I was a kid, I wasn't doing all the stuff that you were supposed to do, like wearing your rubber bands and I had to keep them on longer than was intended. I only was supposed to have them on for 3 years and it turned into 5. And then when I got to be an adult, I got them again for 2 more years. So
Gotcha.
yeah. Makes it sound like my grill is super fucked up, but it's not. I
I
just
mean,
had an underbite and yeah, it's fixed now. So
yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks good now, but I'm just like, you
yeah,
had braces? I don't remember none of this shit.
yeah, yeah, definitely have braces.
Okay.
At least you guys remember each other. I don't remember. Like, we just had our in June of last year, we had our 20th reunion or whatever, and I'm in the group. I know I graduated from the school. I have my diploma that says so. I don't remember none of these fucking people. When I say nothing, I don't remember. There's like maybe 2 people I remember. None of these, I don't remember nobody else. And then they put up some pictures of like me in class or something. I mean, like I went there, but I just don't remember nobody.
Damn.
Yeah, same. I mean, I remember like our friend groups and the
Yeah.
people we still know, but outside of that, I don't remember anybody.
I mean, I'm Facebook. Well, I'm not really on Facebook a lot, but I'm Facebook friends with a good amount of people from high school. And so, like, if I wasn't Facebook friends with them, I'd be like,
Who
who?
are they? Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
I go,
Same.
yeah. What's that? Was that Kiki Palmer? Like, I could be walking down the street. Like, I'm sorry to this man.
All right. I was like,
Seriously.
yeah, I don't know who this is. I'm sorry to this man.
Yeah, yeah. So you weren't trying to fly back to America to get on your whole class reunion shit? Wait, did it occur when you actually were in America?
No, it was like because I didn't get there till like June or July. This happened in like June.
Okay.
But like I thought about it, like I thought about my 10-year one, but I was like, even my 10-year one, I don't know who these people are. So I didn't want to show up. And honestly, I would have been standing around, it's probably just me and my wife there. And then maybe somebody remembers me and I gotta be like, oh, actually that did happen. One time I came back from the Navy and I had my uniform. My mother wanted to go to Ameristar or whatever. So I'm in my uniform in Ameristar and somebody comes up to me, hey man, blah blah blah. And I'm like, and they were like, you don't remember me? And I was like, nah, man, you know how the military be and stuff like that. And they were like, high school. And they said their name. And I'm like, yeah, I remember you. How's it going? Didn't remember this person. Like, you already have a shitty memory, but like, I don't remember. There's probably about 6. Nah, that's being generous. Maybe about 4 people I remember from high school.
Damn.
Wow. I remember a lot more than that, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that I just don't know.
Yeah. Same. Also, like, I was talking to somebody else that we went to high school with, trying to solicit new voices onto the podcast. And they were like, oh yeah, man, like, I've been all right, I'm divorced now and this, that, and other. I'm like, when the fuck did you get married? What is happening here?
Can I know who this person is? Do I know
Uh,
them?
Maybe off air.
Okay.
Yeah, off air.
Okay, cool.
So I was like, oh, cool. They was like, yeah, man, I got married in like 2013. I'm like, that's when I was heavily on Facebook. Like, how do I not know this?
I'm
Oh,
even more curious
okay.
now. Can't
Okay.
wait.
Okay, sure. But yeah, yeah, so you just got married. Also, pre-show you were talking about how you are the mother of twins and they are not 15 years old, like I thought.
I cannot believe you thought I had hella old ass kids.
I don't know. Look, I remember seeing a picture of like twin girl children with like matching dresses and they were little, but this is like several years ago. So if you do like the math, they'd be old as fuck now.
Oh, those are my nieces, and they're not twins.
Oh,
But
see?
they were born the
See?
same week though.
How
So
old are they?
they are 17.
See,
So
that's
yeah.
what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but I just kind of feel like if I had kids, maybe you would have known about them. You think that they were when I was at the concert, like babysitter?
Look,
You didn't think about
I
that?
don't even remember you at the concert. And you know, if we can be frank right now, I'll be straight up with you. I thought you was already married. You made that post like
But
2-3 weeks ago talking about I'm married. Yeah, I'm like, she's not married. I thought she was married this whole fucking time. I'm be fucking honest with you, all right?
well, yeah, I guess. I don't know. I have no defense to that. I have no defense to that.
But yeah, so parenthood. We're all parents. Let's shit on our children.
Um, well, so I have twin 3-year-old
Mm-mm.
kids.
Hard pass.
Yeah, that's got to be rough.
Yeah, I
One
can barely
boy,
survive with the one.
one boy, one girl. They are completely opposite, and they keep me.
Cause one's a boy and one's a girl.
Yeah,
Mhm.
pretty much.
So one
And
wears glasses, one doesn't.
no, that might happen though. They're prone to glasses. They're prone to eye difficulties as far as genetics, but
They get that from their mama's side.
no, it's this their bifocal daddy, but they're great. I actually really enjoy being a parent. I never wanted to be a parent. I always thought that I would be a rich traveling auntie. And
We all wish to be a rich traveling auntie.
I know,
Yep.
right? And I still wish to be a rich traveling auntie, but yeah, kids are great. Parenthood is great. I haven't talked to you since you became a dad. How was that going?
It's up and down, honestly. Like today. So recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago, we switched her from a crib to big girl bed because she did a great escape. She was just standing in her crib one day during nap. She had Piglet in hand. She's like, I'm gonna do it. She climbed right over that motherfucker. I sent you the video
Wow.
afterwards also. So I was just like, okay. So the problem is she doesn't nap anymore at home because with the crib, she was like locked in. But with the bed and it being like light, she's like, oh, okay, well, what's going on over here with my toys? What's going on over here with my books? So today she was like, fuck you and a nap. And I'm like, okay. So we went to the park. We're having a good time and she just melts down because she's tired. We're eating some snacks after the park and she just starts melting down because she's tired. You know, she's going to the bathroom like, hey, I want to take a bath. And I'm like, okay. So I give her a bath and she starts melting down because she's tired. And the
course.
moment I put her in bed, like 1 minute later, she was knocked out. So
you
yeah,
had to wear her down.
she was already. I don't fucking. The darkness helps. So I don't know. Being a parent is fun. Like it's cool. Like it's cool. Like hearing some person call you dad or whatever, and you know, seeing them grow up and learn new shit, and that's cool. But then the part that's annoying is like the having to actually be present.
Yeah.
Also the money. Like I did the math for
Yeah.
taxes. We spent like $15,000, over $15,000 on daycare in 2022. I mean, I'm sure that number is higher for you.
That's one thing I don't miss about having a young kid. And now that my son can stay home by himself, I'm glad I don't have to pay for daycare anymore.
Oh,
Yeah, it's killer here. Like daycare is $2,000 for 2 toddlers.
a
It's
month.
insane. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
It's just
$24,000 a year.
yeah. It's not pretty, but it needs, so my kids, they weren't in daycare until this past Monday. They just this past week. And yeah, I kept them out for that reason because it was just so expensive.
Who was watching them?
I was. Yeah, I was.
Are we getting into territory where I have to cut stuff now?
No. What do you mean?
Yeah, man, I was fucking watching them kids and working at the same time. They was paying me to watch
Yeah.
my kids.
They actually were. So I actually have been working from home since 2019. And then when the pandemic hit, they were like, okay, well, you guys can work with your kids. And so everybody still does.
Okay.
Yeah. So they never were a problem before. They're actually only in school because I need them to have interactions with other kids. And
yeah, and also you need them to get like sick. They're gonna be sick like every fucking week. Man.
oh, they're sick right now. So
Right.
yeah. It's
Right.
a
Goddamn
joy.
petri dish. It's the fucking worst, Matt.
I remember those days.
How old is your kid?
12.
Oh,
11? 12?
Damn,
Yeah,
sir.
12. It kind of just runs together on me.
That's fair.
My dad doesn't know how old I am either.
I mean, you're a fucking whole ass adult. He not look.
So after 18, you just stop counting. You just stop counting.
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind. If I ask my mother right now how old I am, she was like, shit, I don't know, like 40? I don't know.
How old is
Don't like that. She's 2.
Okay.
You know what I mean, Matt.
Yes. I was gonna see if you knew off the top of your head. That's the reason why I said it.
Well, that part threw me the fuck off. I was like, okay.
Right.
But so what's going on with these taxes? How much money you owe? Why'd you put this on the outline?
Well, you're a tax professional, right?
Once upon a time.
Okay. Are there any new laws that I should know about? Because let me tell you my story.
Ooh.
So I was so excited to file taxes this year because it's the first year that I don't owe the government and I have kids, right?
It's
So
not
I'm
like you just got kids.
I know. I did. They just turned. So
This should be the 3rd time that you filed them.
well, no, this is the first time that I don't owe and I'm filing with them. So now I should be expected to get my full refund back, right?
Yes.
Maybe. I mean, well, don't say that. We don't know how much money she makes. And I'm not asking you to tell me how much money you make.
Of course not. Of course not.
You know, the tax bracket you're in kind of affects that too.
Yeah. That's my thing. I was very curious because I was expecting the type of payday that you hear about on Facebook, when everybody's talking about, oh, it's tax season, it's tax season. I've never had that experience. I've never been excited for tax season. And this was the first year that I was ever going to be excited for it. And I'm literally not getting anything back.
I mean, so here's the disconnect with a lot of folk. Like, people don't want to hear this, but like the way the tax system is like set up is to help people that don't make a lot of money. So the theory is if you make a fair amount of, not saying that just because you make 100K don't mean that you living it up, because we all have like debts and shit, but like if you make 100K, you don't need a $5,000 tax return as opposed to $1,000.
Damn. Well, I don't make 100K.
Well,
but
throwing hypothetical numbers out there.
But I personally feel like it's not high enough. I should have missed out on this holiday that's coming up for so many.
I mean, just make sure you get all your stuff in there. Like, oh wait, your kids went to they started daycare
this year, so yeah, I can't
2023. Okay,
yeah. So you don't work in taxes anymore?
No, I do something else now.
Oh,
I work with Matt. Well, I used to work with Matt.
Okay.
And Matt is not an accountant.
Okay.
Far from it.
So no, so I worked at that other place for 9 years, I think. 1 year away from getting my little certificate. So no, I don't really do taxes anymore. I
Okay.
have an accountant degree, but any job that I apply for in the field of accounting, they reject my application because I have no experience in that. And I don't even remember when I stopped working at that place, but I haven't done anything related to accounting in some time.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. But yeah, you can just tell us how much you make after the show. We'll
All
figure it
right.
out. Also lastly, why is my mother on the outline? Did you see her?
No, I want to know how she's doing.
That's after the show conversation.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
She's
you
not
can
a
tell me
she's
after
not
the
a
show.
she's not a full-blown character of
Right.
this show.
See, I didn't know that when I made the outline. So you brought
Okay.
it up, Chad.
I'm
You
just
could have
saying,
left it
like,
out.
you're telling me that you haven't listened to every episode of this podcast so that you know who the characters are and who aren't. We could talk about Matt's mom. She's been on here.
No, actually, I listened to I think it was 90. Yeah.
Two
So, but that
ago. Oh, that's
but
Jamaica.
the young lady you guys both used to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I listened to that one. But listening to one episode doesn't give you like a full scope of like the history of the podcast and who can be mentioned or not.
That's fair, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any questions about the podcast before we move on?
No, I'm just going with the flow.
Going with the flow. Well, I've got one last question for you.
Sure.
Didn't you used to have a podcast?
Used to. I still have a podcast.
Oh, you do? I've not seen advertising for it anywhere.
Well, so it's my secret side project, I guess, just
Are
due
are
to
you
the nature of the show.
are you
It's
publishing episodes?
yes, Chad. I'm publishing episodes. Hold on. This is kind of funny. So, yeah, I have a podcast. Everybody listening. It's called Black at Work. You can listen if you're not Black at work, but it's a space, a sound off space for Black people to write in and share their experiences while working. We release every week on Mondays, and the show is great, and it's doing actually very well.
Wait a minute. I said I follow this podcast.
You do,
I
yeah.
do.
And we're on iTunes or Apple
All the places.
Podcasts. It's streaming everywhere.
Why is this such a secret?
Just because due to the nature of the show, it's just like,
It's
like I
not like
said,
you going on there shitting on your employer specifically, right?
well, when I started the podcast, I was. Well, not really, but I was just sharing some experiences.
Oh no,
that
I was reading the description and it says our co-worker wrote in and blessed us with.
Yeah, it's a comedic approach to the Black experience in the workplace, and we read listener letters every week. So people write in what we call "fuck you" letters. We call our listeners our coworkers, and also we do work true crime stories. So yeah, shows doing well, and yeah, I've been at this for 4 years now.
Well, congratulations to that. I didn't know that was you. The reason I think I know about that podcast is because somebody put something on Reddit about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it kind of shocks me as much as people talk about the show, or people find out about the show rather.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a secret because, well, it's not a secret. It's not a secret, but I'm not on there like showing my face and like, hey, it's me talking, because I'm talking shit about work. So I still work and I still need my check, and I don't want to be all publicizing that. Plus,
Or
like I
you're
said,
not on YouTube, right?
our podcast, yeah, it's on YouTube, but we don't our platform just pushes the video to YouTube. We don't do like video podcasts or anything like that. It's just
I
all
got you.
audio. And we really don't even pay attention to that platform. Maybe we should, but yeah.
I love your reviews.
Thank
I wish
you.
I wish we had reviews. I got to read this one too. So it's like I'm a white British woman living in the U.S. and I love listening to the podcast and learning from y'all. This podcast helps me be better, more empathetic, supportive friend and coworker, and better understanding the experience of my Black friends and coworkers on a daily basis. That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought I thought it was gonna be funny. Like
No, I'm just saying,
when
like,
you were like, I have to read this.
well, I'm just saying because I want feedback, and I'm just reading all the feedback that she has gotten from the podcast.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that.
You good, Matt? You wanna read another one of their reviews? Like, what's happening here?
Well, I was trying to look for a funny one after that.
I don't think there's any funny ones, but people sure write pretty funny things into our show. So yeah, you guys listen if you care to.
Well, now we have deviated here. So, what is what has growth been like for you?
It's been slow and steady. So I got the idea for the podcast in 2018 and we recorded and put out our first episode in February of 2019. And we used to just interview people every week, like come in and share your work experience. You can go off and, do all of that. Then people started getting curious and asking questions. And so we actually started vetting people to come in, like professionals, to answer some questions. But I still wanted to keep the show funny. And dealing with guests, it just got complicated with scheduling and just trying to keep. We were getting so many listener letters in. So we were just like, okay, we're just going to read listener letters. So we did that all during the pandemic. And by the beginning of 2021, me and my co-hosts were both like extremely burned out because of just personal stuff that was going on in our lives. And the letters that we were getting in were just so like depressing. And I hate people say I'm an empath, but like I tend to like take
You're an
on.
empath.
No, I take on certain energies from people when I around them. So I guess. But anyway, like a lot of that stuff that I was hearing was just really getting to me. So we took a break for 17 months. And during that
Jesus.
time, like people kept writing in and reaching out and where are you guys? Are you guys coming back? And we genuinely did not plan on it. But
You
something,
were ready to walk away?
yeah.
Like Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, like it was just like, okay, this is not fun anymore. Let's stop doing this. But something happened in the summer of 2022 where we were just like, let's get back out there because I couldn't believe people were still reaching out like, where are you guys? Where are you guys? So we were like, let's do it. And so we came back this year. Last year we started doing work true crime stories, which really took off. Like that was one of our most streamed episodes. It was like up 143% the first time we did true crime. So it was like, okay, well, shit. Now we have some.
What's a work true crimes?
So have you ever heard of true crime podcast before?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's us, but in a comedic way, doing that, pretty much telling the story of this crime that happened, but it's all Black people at work committing crimes.
So like actual crimes, like
Actual
like
crimes.
hold up, like hard crimes, like someone was killed, or like light crimes, like I stole a rim of paper.
Both. We have had someone kill their manager in their apartment complex person. Somebody robbed the KFC. We did a story on a SA story was one of them.
Essay? Like a Latino?
No, sexual assault. You have to say trigger warning and all of that stuff.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so we did one on that. people impersonating cops and robbing people, like so much, so much stuff. And there's so many work crimes. So we incorporated that into the show. So now we do listener letters one week, and then the next week we do true crime, and then we just alternate, or we have guests. So this week we have a guest, and yeah, just fun comedic approach to the Black experience in the workplace.
Yes.
Trying to figure out how can I steal all of those ideas for our podcast.
There you go.
Please do. Please do. I will say that our first year and a half, we were very guest heavy, and that's what built our audience coming up. Just having the guest on, and they would, share the show and share that they were on, and we'd get more listeners just based on that. So that's what we really did to kind of build that first core audience. But I think what's kept us in is just, like I said, us being in a sound off space. So whenever people get pissed off at their job, they just write us in. And I think it's like a competition now. Like people write in to see who can write the crazy reads now. It's enjoyable. It's entertaining.
That's good. I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to have a hit podcast.
Same.
Look, I'm claiming it, but
we out here scrapping. We over here getting our ass whipped by fucking what else? What's that bitch ass podcast called?
I ain't gonna say their fucking name. But they got the backing of the man behind them.
Right.
Was it Discovery or whatever?
Yeah, we lost out on an award to a podcast like sponsored by a corporation.
Oh, yeah. The podcast game is kind of, it is kind of difficult to build your audience because people are so into video these days, and you have to do reels and just do all of this extra shit that
that is just personally so fucking annoying.
Yeah, I'm just not interested in that. So yeah, just keep at it. It'll come. It was slow for us. Like I said, we've been at this for 4 years. So
right.
Yeah.
All right, scooting along. Matt, why do you hate yourself?
Because I'm a glutton for punishment. Is that how that goes? Yeah. When we watched the trailer, we were talking about the new House Party remake. That's what when we watched the trailer, we talked about it, and I was like, there goes LeBron fucking up our childhood movies and things like that. But I was like, I ain't got nothing going on. Let me check this movie out. This movie is fucking funny. I was surprised.
Wait, what?
I was very, very surprised. I enjoyed this movie.
Excuse me? What is happening right now?
That's what I said. So I had to get on to let you guys know, because I shit on the trailer before. But I watched this movie. This movie is very good. Wait, hold on. It's good. It's very good. Not great, very good. But one thing I did realize is that there's a lot of cameos in this movie. But if you're not on social media, you're not going to know who these people are.
Well, I'm not gonna know who they are.
Right, me either.
Like, do you know who like social media comedians like Haha Davis? You know who that is?
Who?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, so yeah, basically it's a lot of like social media comedians and things like that in this movie. But it was I laughed out loud multiple times during this movie.
I'm actually surprised. My cousin said that I should wait till it streams.
Yes.
So yes. You agree? Okay.
Yes.
Don't spend money on this, but see it.
Yeah, see it. I mean, yeah, don't rush out to see it. But I'm saying if it's out there, watch it. You will have a good time.
Even if you don't know who half the cast is.
I didn't know who half the cast is, and it's made for young people, like 20-year-olds, mid-20s. It's made for them.
Not for our almost 40-year-old asses. I got you.
No, but it was funny. I give him that. Like the funny. The main dude, we'll say kid in this scenario, good actor. I don't know what other stuff he's been in, but he's a great actor. But then, like, of course, you got silly shit in there where you have koala smoking weed and things like that in there. It was kind of, but overall, it was
That would probably irritate me.
yeah.
Just seeing something completely in the plot, like why?
I mean, people make their animals get high.
Koalas
I
at,
mean,
at LeBron James's house.
I mean, look, I don't
But to
know
be
anybody with
fair,
a koala.
it wasn't LeBron James' koala; it was his neighbor's koala who got loose.
He wanted to go to the party.
Well, no, he just got loose, and then they had Snoop Dogg and things like that. Who's what's her name? Director? Never mind. I can't think of her name in time. But never mind. Forget what I just said. Lena Waithe. Lena.
Yeah.
Lena Waithe.
She's on
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live, right?
Lena Waithe. She's a writer, director. She wrote The Shy. She was also
Right.
in Master of None.
Yeah.
Yes, because she was on.
She's got Saturday Night Live tabs, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But I say all that just because she was in the scene smoking with the koala.
Okay.
But yes, it was very surprising. That this movie was actually funny. If we was rating it, I'll give it a 3 out of 5 stars.
Okay, that's pretty good. And I think she was in Ready Player One too.
Yeah, she was. Yes.
I liked her season on Master of None.
Mm-hmm.
I only saw the first season.
The episode they won, was that an Emmy?
Yeah, for
the
that
Thanksgiving
one episode.
Yeah, she wrote that one.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you want to check it out, go ahead and check it out. And the last, are you still going, Chad? Oh no, and the last topic I wanted to address was modern day pirates. You think mostly everything that needs to be discovered has been discovered, but I read this article to where newly released map from World War II has directed people to for a $19 million fortune in booty for treasure and from World War II that the Nazis had. So they released this map, and then the treasure is said to contain coins, jewelry, gems, other valuables estimated to be worth $19 million.
I mean,
so now
that specifically, that's technically spoils of war, right? So even if you recovered it, the descendants are still alive for who they stole that from.
Oh, is that the rules? This ain't pirate rules. I found it. It's mine.
It's different. Go from like the 1500s, like whatever, like that's within people's lifetimes that are still alive that the Nazis were stealing shit from.
Well, yeah, that's true. But now they're telling people to not go for it because I guess the area that it's out is what's the word I'm looking for? It hasn't been basically still got bombs and landmines and shit like that around it from the wartime. So they're telling people, hey, do not go because there's still active landmines and things like that.
So we need somebody like James Cameron with his own personal submarine to go out there.
No, it's on land.
Oh,
yeah.
Even better. We get a hovercraft.
Hey, yeah, just get a.
Yeah. How would you get this?
A hovercraft, because it's gonna hover on the ground and not trigger the bomb.
I was thinking dogs can sniff out certain stuff. Can dogs sniff out a landmine? So you know where not to go?
Yeah, bomb sniffing dog. That's a thing.
Yeah. So maybe you get a bomb sniffing dog. So then they'll tell you which way to go. So you say, say if you was a treasure map in St. Louis and that you found on the internet, would you go for it if it was $19 million worth of stuff?
Depends on what part of St. Louis that treasure is in.
That's true. You're right. We'll say St. Charles.
I'm black. I don't know if you remember that. It's some parts in St. Charles I should not be going to.
Mhm.
All right, we'll say it's in Kinloch.
It's some parts in that area I shouldn't be going to either, even though I am black.
All right, we'll narrow it down in the middle. We'll say Hazelwood.
You might make it in Hazelwood.
I like how you said might.
Yeah, it's
It's
getting kind of
tricky.
rough down there.
Right, it's tricky there too.
Have you guys seen Aladdin?
Which one?
The first one.
The animated one?
The cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would get it kind of how like Jafar did Aladdin, how he kind of made him go into the
Go in.
cave. Like go in there and get that 19 million for me.
I got you, fam. I got a
Yeah.
fence lined up. I got you.
I'll give you like a milli when you come out.
No, you can't. You gotta twist the words and stuff. Like you'll get what you deserve.
Oh
Right.
yeah. You'll be handsomely rewarded
Yes.
for your
Right.
efforts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So last week I was talking about how I was really excited about playing that Gotham Knights video game that I got from the library. And when I watch a movie, like I always say a 1-star movie is a movie that made me like fucking angry. Like I'm watching it and I just can't stop being mad. And I got that playing this game, which is rare. Like I'm playing it and I'm just getting mad because I'm like, fighting shouldn't be this bad. Like this is the same studio that made the last couple Batman games. And like fighting was so fluid and so many games copied the fighting mechanics of that going forward that we're about to reinvent the wheel. And like the game just doesn't feel good. And like the first mission is like, all right, go to the police department and we're gonna sneak in. I'm like, bet. So like the overworld map showed me how to get there. I'm like, okay.
Wait, hold on real quick. Which character were you?
I chose Batgirl because supposedly she's supposed to be closest to Batman.
Okay.
And I get to the police station and I'm looking at the front door and I'm like a door that I can like interact with. So I'll go up to it and I can't interact with it. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, maybe I need to go around back. So I'll walk around to the back of the building and like you can't interact with that door. And the map saying, asshole, go to the police station. And I'm like, I'm at the police station. How the fuck do I get in? So
Go through a vent.
No. So I look on YouTube and there's a 2-minute video on how to get in. And all the comments are like, this is the first fucking mission of the game. Why did I have to look at this? This video's got like millions of views and everybody's like, fuck this game. So what you got to do is you got to go to the roof of the police station, right? You got to go up there. You got to go around some vents and then you got to hop down into a side alley, right? And then if you go through that side alley, there's an underground garage. So you're going to go in the underground garage and then you got to pop back up into the police station.
Of course, man. You can't have these vigilantes walking through the front door of the police station. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. So I played a little bit more and then I was just like, fuck, I can't do this.
Yeah, that would have made me so mad. I would have never played that again because that was really fucking dumb.
Yes. Like they're like, oh, don't let the police catch you. And I'm like, cool. Like the last Batman games, once more, gold standard on like sneaking through, like you up in the Raptors and shit. You want to like hop down, snatch a motherfucker and pull them up and hang them from like the ceiling. You can. And like in this one, like it just felt so clunky, like sneaking around. I'm like, what is this? What were y'all thinking when y'all made this game? This is ass. This game is ass. So don't play that game. It's ass. That is my rating. Ass. A for ass. Also, I binged a show on Netflix, which is rare for me because I don't really watch a lot of TV these days. I watch a lot of movies, even stuff that's not for the show. But yeah, so I watched a show called Pressure Cooker on Netflix, 8 episode. It's a cooking show, kind of like Top Chef, where it's like 11 chefs. They're living in a Netflix studio apartment, right? And when I say studio, I don't mean like one room. I mean like it's a set. And the gimmick of this one is like for the most part they're voting each other out. So like they'll do like these team competitions, and then like somebody on the show will not have to cook that week, and then they'll blindly taste the food. Like they won't know who made it, and then they'll rank it. And
Hmm.
so that aspect is cool, but the part that was annoying me was that they didn't do enough cook-offs. Like there was a situation where like two people had to cook breakfast for everybody, and then everybody else judged the breakfast, and that's how that person went home. For the most part, they had them actually vote people out. And so like it was the tug of war of some people want to play the game of this food was bad, I'm kicking you out, versus other people that want to be like, this person is a good cook, I want to vote them out so that it's easier for me to win. So like there was like a tug of war there with a lot of the
Mm.
contestants.
So it's like a cooking survivor.
Kind of, but the people weren't playing it. Everybody wasn't playing it like Survivor.
Mm. Some people playing by the rules, other people are not.
Right. So I don't know, like something that was kind of neat was that like a villain would pop up on the show where you'd be like, fuck that character. And then within 3 episodes, they'd be voted out. So it kept moving, you know, it kept moving in a way that would make you keep watching, which is why I binged it in one day.
How many episodes?
8. I
Oh,
highly
okay.
recommend it. It's a good
I
time.
like cooking shows. That's like one of my favorite things to watch.
Last thing, so I went to the movies last night and I saw A Man Called Otto starring Tom Hanks. Have either of you heard of this?
No.
I have not.
So it's based off a book called A Man Named Uva, written by Frederick Bachman. It's a Swedish writer, and it's a really popular book. I've not read that one, but I've read one of his other books, and basically it's checking the boxes off. Run of the mill is like Tom Hanks plays the crotchety old man in the neighborhood. New people move in and they melt his icy exterior. But it has Tom Hanks, so it's like automatically elevated, you know.
Mm.
Um, we're not reinventing the wheel. We checking the boxes. You're gonna cry by the end of the movie. It's a really good time.
Does he
Don't
die at the end? Or you can't spoil it? Oh,
no
it's in theaters, so don't spoil it.
no, I'll spoil it. Yes, he does die at the
Oh,
end,
okay.
but like his
Surprise.
character's an old man. Like there's no other way this is gonna end for him. So like that's where the crying's coming from. But it's a solid story. Like don't run out to see it, but when it hits streaming, check it out.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got a couple of ancillary things to touch on. We all watched the trailer for Scream 6. Dana, what were your thoughts on it?
I am not interested in it. Um, I I already feel like I know what the plot is just by the um the trailer that we watched. And I was already annoyed that it was taking them so long to like shoot him, or they had to say a line like, "Stop right there. You're not gonna do this to me anymore. In third grade, just shoot him." Like that's
So
gonna annoy me. So
I would like to ask, have you ever seen a horror movie?
are you kidding me? Oh my
We're
gosh.
just checking the boxes here, okay?
So the type of horror that do you guys know who Rob Zombie is?
Yes. So
Yes.
you like gruesome shit.
Yes. I mean, not Walking
So
Dead, Jesus.
so I know, so I clearly picked the wrong movie for her then, Matt.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Yeah. You might be back soon.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I like that sort of stuff only because to me it's it's really for like high schoolers, the Scream movie, like It's coming to get us. We're so pretty. We're made up in our heels and like we're walking through this door and we're gonna get stabbed, but we're screaming and we're so pretty and we're gonna die. Like that's like more for like mainstream. I like the stuff that they won't show you, you know?
We're laughing because you're shitting on us, but please continue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this like you guys' favorite movie? Were you waiting on this really bad?
No, but we like Scream.
Oh, okay. Well, I liked it in high school.
I don't care for Scream.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
fine. I'll be in the minority. I fucks with Scream.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for you that a new
Oh, love that
Scream is
for
coming
you.
out.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the
Well,
gruesome stuff.
all right. So Dana's not going to see it opening weekend. What are your thoughts, Matt?
I agree. I mean, I was excited. I was like, oh,
Ken
Jenna
Ortega.
Ortega's in it. I was like, oh, she's in it. But it's kind of like the run of the mill. I'm not a big horror fan. Like I have no problem watching horror, but like I'm not checking for horror movies. And like the longer these movies go on, the less I'm interested in it. In a sense of like, we can't do Friday 13th because I wasn't ever on that. But I'm like, I'm not waiting, or I'm not waiting. Like the longer this series goes on, I'm like, it doesn't get better to me. And we're in this is 6 now of Scream. I feel like it's just going to be the same thing with new characters. I know people are upset that Neff Campbell's not in it
I say
because of
good.
well, they are talking about they want to boycott it because you can't have a Scream without Neff Campbell, and
She
how
was
they
like,
need to
she was
they
in
need.
like 2 fucking business seconds of the last one.
Hey man, they said they need to give her her money, and that they trying to boycott it, but it's just I don't care either way. Was it the girl that was with Jenna Ortega? Was she in the previous ones?
Yeah, that was her sister. She
See,
so, so she came home with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was old dude from The Boys.
not ringing a bell.
We
I think I don't know the
just saw this movie, man.
right, and we reviewed it. We talked about it. But the shitty memory, the Navy,
Right.
military.
You went to high school with her. I got you.
Right. So I mean, if you were like, "Hey, we're going to review this movie," I'd be like, "All right, I'll watch it." But if we're not, I probably won't watch this. Well, at least not now. Maybe like if I'm bored, I'm like, "Oh, let me see what that Scream movie was talking about."
Noted.
It was interesting that he had a gun this time.
Yeah, they're like the whole thing of Scream is like, shaking up the formula of horror. And so you're not expecting that.
I mean, but isn't a horse dead beaten with that? Like, it's been so many Screams, just like it's been so many Michael Myers movies. Like, they're running that into the ground too.
I mean, they technically, well, not technically, they rebooted it.
But isn't this the difference? Isn't the character different? Like Scream?
Yeah, and Scream is a different person in every movie.
Right. Because the only thing I did notice that the mask is like not a new mask. It's like run down and rusted and things like that.
Right. So I mean, maybe it's a character from the first movie that has turned bad.
Maybe it's Dewey.
The one they killed in the last movie.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
See, I do remember some characters.
So you did not go to school with him. That's why you remember. Okay.
Right.
So one other trailer I want to talk about is well, it's not even really a trailer, but I guess it's more of a teaser, but it's the Power Rangers 30th anniversary special. And I wanted to go down this list. So I want to talk about who's not in this. This is Mighty Morphin. So, you had back in the day, you had the original 6, and then you had 3 more, right? Dana?
I did watch the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I only know Amy.
Fair enough. So
she's not in it.
That's what I was gonna get at. So Amy Jo Johnson or Kimberly, she's not gonna be in this special, and she made a tweet about it, and it kind of feels like they didn't give her enough money, which is why she's not in it. Obviously Trini and Tommy aren't in it because they passed away. And then good old Jason David Frank. Wait, no, that's Tommy, right?
Yeah, you're thinking of Frank,
Well,
the Red Ranger.
the guy that played Jason. He's not
Yeah.
going to be in it because I'm not sure if you guys remember, but he got indicted for CARES Act fraud, that COVID money.
Mhm.
So he got indicted for that. So he's not going to be in it.
Got a pandemic check. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But everybody else is back. So you got Billy, Zach, Adam, Aisha, Rocky, Catherine, the original voice of Alpha, and Rita. All
Cool.
I really wish they would have done this 8 months ago or whatever for Tommy to be in this.
But it wouldn't have been the 30th anniversary.
I know, but I'm saying like at least film that shit earlier. I mean, I just wish because he's like besides him and what's the black one's name?
Zach.
To me, like those are the only ones I've seen that has constantly throughout these years been putting on for Power Rangers and the cons and these YouTube videos and things like that.
Aisha is big on it too. I mean, I'm sorry to shit on her sister, but that's all she got.
Hey, see, I mean, well, look at Zach too, but I just think like it will mean more if Tommy was there.
Yeah, I agree. Am I the only person that watched Velma this week?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I completely forgot about that.
So it's
wait, Chad, did it get better?
My soul is drained, y'all. Like this show is so fucking bad. Like the third episode, it got me. I chuckled like a couple times at the like very beginning, but as it went on, I'm like, what are we doing here, y'all? Why are we doing this, y'all? And then the fourth episode, like, so I watched 3 and 4 at work. And the fourth episode, you were in the first episode, they were like, oh yeah, nowadays these shows, they just want to show nudity and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fourth episode is they realized that the serial killer is targeting quote unquote hot girls at the high school. And so they tasked Velma with making a top 5 list of the hottest girls at the school so that they can give them a protection detail. And so all these girls at the high school are trying to entice her to show her that they're hot. And I'm like, I don't want animated high school age cartoon cartoon girls on my cell phone screen at work, and they're doing all these sexually suggestive things. And I'm like, these characters are supposed to be in high school. What are we doing, show?
I go back to what I said before is who is this? Who's the show?
I have no idea, man. This is what are we doing? Like people are
not like it's not high school. I don't think it's maybe it's high school, like maybe like some seniors, some 17, 18-year-olds. Maybe that's the audience. So I'm like, the kids, the sexuals, the blood and everything. So kids are not watching it, and it's not funny for adults. So I'm like, I don't know who the target audience is supposed to be for this.
I wish I could tell you, but I might be out. I'm tired. I can't keep doing this. It's just.
But I definitely. I told you I'm gonna watch it. I want to see what it's talking about.
It's talking about shit. Did you watch Last of Us, Dana?
No.
I thought you said you was gonna watch it for us.
I was gonna try. I'm a busy mom and wife.
That's true.
And
man,
I have
you just got that fucking wife job, all right? He shouldn't. Look, you still in orientation, okay?
No, I actually really did run out of time though. But I'm more than happy to hear you talk about it, Chad.
Do you play video games at all?
I do.
are you familiar with the game? Or are you an Xbox person?
I'm not. I'm a
Okay.
PlayStation person.
Okay. So are you okay? So
No, I have not played Last of Us.
okay. Matt, why don't you go since I talked about Velma first?
All right, where do I start?
The beginning. Your relationship with the series.
My relationship with the series is we on good terms. We on good terms. I played the first one, played the second one. This show is great. Um, I haven't played the games in I don't know how long. I'm remembering, oh, this was in the game, and then like the beginning where he's carrying his daughter, and then the guys in the military stuff.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I know exactly what's about to happen. So then they do it, and then I'm like, when I played this game, fine, no problem. There was no crying, no things like that. As I'm watching, what was going to happen when they shoot when the daughter's bleeding. My feels, I'm getting emotional, and he's cold there as she's dying and things. I'm just like, why am I getting emotional about the cry? I knew that was about to happen. um, but no, I enjoyed it. And then like once I got done watching it, somebody put in. I seen a clip on YouTube of the game and the TV show and how like it was the same and everything. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot this stuff. But no, so far I'm loving this. I'm loving this show.
Yeah, 100% agree. Like, I played the first game like right when I got my PS4. I don't remember when I got my PS4, but I remember Groupon. They had like, oh, give us $20 and you can have we'll send you a game code for it. And instead of emailing me the game code, they mailed it to me. So I had to wait like extra time for that game code to get there. But I remember playing it and I really enjoyed it. And then with the sequel, I got Samantha got that for me, like as a you're about to be a father gift. A fucked up gift to give somebody when our child, one, was born in a pandemic, and two, this sequel is about like a daughter trying to reconcile with the loss of her father. So I'm playing the sequel with my child on my chest because she's asleep in 2020 during a pandemic, and I'm like opening fucking drawers and shit, like looting a place that has been abandoned because of this pandemic that they're living in this game. I'm like, my head was all fucked up. But no, man, I agree. This show's amazing. Like, I knew what to expect. I knew that, the daughter was going to die, but I really appreciate how like they I had this conversation with somebody else, and it's like a lot of the times when we have like adaptations of where there's like a movie to a book to a movie or a video game to a movie or a TV show, they only like take it's only the same in name only, and then they decide to like make their own story from it. And like I appreciate how while they did change things, at the core, this is all the same thing. So like, yes, we spent 30 minutes getting to know the daughter when in the game, that time that you know her is like minutes before like things get kicked off. So like they build and you get that connection with the daughter. And then like when shit goes down, you're like, oh shit, what's going to happen? Like obviously we know what's going to happen because we played the game. And like when they get in the car and I'm like, I know that they did not just fucking take this almost scene from the game.
Right.
Like the
Yeah.
attention to detail and like the lines were spot on, and like the delivery of the lines too. And like I'm watching this, like when I first played the first game, I wasn't a parent, and like I knew she was gonna die. But when she died and he's cradling her and he's like, I know, baby girl, I know. And I'm like, I can't stop crying right now because like ever since I became a parent, anything to do with a father and their daughter, specifically a father and their daughter, it crushes me. Like I can't handle it. So yeah, like the stuff in the future, or I guess the present, with I was really kind of not feeling the casting of Ellie,
Yeah,
but
at the beginning when they first announced her, yeah.
yeah, but no, she's like kicking ass in the role, and it's just like I like her instantly, and I'm really looking forward to see where the show goes, change what they don't change. I really finale, like how in this premiere we spent 30 minutes with the daughter before we jump to the future.
Mhm.
I really hope that in the we spend like 20 minutes with Abby before we jump to the stuff at the
The next thing,
hospital.
that's it. Mm. Okay.
I mean,
Mm.
we did have a flashback with her in the sequel. So
Right,
like
right.
if we set that up, and then like it would hit even harder when she finds her dad.
Right.
So I mean, they've had time. Like I could see this show going 3 seasons. Like season 2 is the second game, and then they do a third season with maybe her adventures with that
Mhm.
kid. So I don't know.
Wait, what? Who? Oh, wait, what kid?
Abby's kid. Well, not kid, but that kid that Abby teamed up with.
Oh, yeah. Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good show. Looking forward to seeing where this goes. But that takes us to
See,
this.
see, Resident Evil. That's how you do an adopt a to game adoption. What you did, I don't know what you did.
See Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, but we have to
See
wait on that
Walking
one.
Dead.
Oh, wait. You don't like Walking Dead?
Well, the game sucked, but
Oh,
I mean,
the
that's the
opposite of
flip
it.
side.
Yeah.
That's the flip side. But that takes us to this week's review of Call Me Miss Cleo.
Warning, a psychic reading can be powerful and life-altering.
Call me now.
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 Call me now. You realize that your life is not ever going to be the same.
Miss Cleo was a psychic advisor, and she read tarot cards.
If anyone watched TV after midnight, you knew who Miss Cleo was.
The best entertainment I could possibly imagine.
She had such a presence.
They didn't just want to hear about the future. They wanted what she gave. She gave you the truth.
But not everyone had the same experience.
Dana, if you were to describe this documentary in a couple words, how would you describe it?
Interesting information that I didn't know. And I don't know. It was just interesting. I actually really like documentaries. So
Okay.
I was all in with this one.
Well, why don't you tell us your thoughts?
Well, so you probably don't know about this, but
You're psychic?
I am. No.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not psychic, but I am an astrologer, and I don't do tarot though, but those worlds kind of blend a little bit. So I hear a lot about this type of stuff, and I was just blown away at how stupid consumers are. Like, there's no way that I saw any of those commercials as a child and was like, that's real. Those are real testimonials. I'm gonna call that number and speak directly to that lady. Like, even as a child, that never even registered to me. So it was like mind-blowing that so many people were getting scammed out of hundreds, thousands of dollars, thinking that they were going to talk to Miss Cleo. But I also was surprised to find out that she had a whole lot to do with it. In fact, she was in her own super bad contract. So learning about that was super interesting. But what was really intriguing is the fact that nobody really knew anything about her. Like, even the people that were her friends and her lovers, I don't even think she told them the truth. So my husband and I actually watched it together, and we were just kind of sitting there like, she lied to that lady. She lied to that lady. Like they're all like piecing together a story about her life, and nobody really knows where she came from. And I just thought that was so fascinating because, I mean, I have a social media presence, but like I think it's just dope as hell if somebody can live in like secrecy and privacy, and nobody know anything about them. You can't even Google them. You don't know anything where they came from or anything like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And I thought it was interesting that she ended up passing away from cancer when she previously lied about having cancer. So I kind of thought that was kind of poetic in a sense that was ended up being her demise. But I thought it was really good. I love documentaries. I love learning new stuff. And that was a totally different world that I didn't even know people were getting.
Matt?
I did not like this at all. No, I didn't like it because this didn't feel like it felt like they didn't do enough research on this. They used video of a other documentary that she was in for this one.
Was deceased, man.
Well, I'm just saying, but then you only interviewed her friends, her godson, like her people on her side. Like throw in some people who got scammed. One thing was I did not know was like she said was I didn't know people were getting scammed out here. I didn't know about the whole lawsuits and things like that. But like on the opposite, I did not like how they could not find where she was from. Because you do a whole documentary and you're trying to figure this stuff out and like nobody knows. But then we never found out. So nobody still doesn't know where she actually is from and all this other stuff.
She's from California, Matt.
Sure.
That's what her birth certificate said.
Or St. Louis. Who knows?
Right. Or St. Louis.
Yeah.
But overall I didn't like it. And then like I wish they would have got more into the psychic network people or whatever, dove more into them because like I guess people's perception that Miss Cleo's a con documentary is to show her, no, she's not a con. These people were behind it, and plus she didn't get no money out of it. She was just a nice person and blah 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 blah. I wish they would have got more into the promoter Stephen Fetter and Peter Stoltz, because like when they was doing the money stuff and how much they settled and how much they got $1 billion from these people, customers calling for this. They only had they got $1 billion. They erased of that, and they only had to pay $5 million fine.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
This goes back to that tax conversation we had earlier.
Right, but I feel I would have liked them to put some more. I shouldn't say effort. I don't know how much effort they put in. I wish they would have done more, got more people who wasn't just her friends or like her lovers and things like that.
The funniest part of this documentary to me was when Raven Simone was like, she's like, did they go to jail for this? They didn't go to jail. They own a jail. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Why was she on this?
So that's my thing. Like the first was Raven Simone, and I was like, what in the fuck is happening right now? What?
Right, I was trying to. I thought they were going to explain her connection, but they never really explained her connection to her. Just the simple fact that she portrayed a psychic on the show.
Like, did the documentary even show the title of the documentary? Like, you know how in movies they'll like have a little intro with some talking heads, and then they'll be like, "Call me Miss Cleo." Like, did they even say the name of this fucking documentary?
I think I saw it on the screen once when it first came on.
Okay, so I'm with Matt. I didn't like this shit either. Like, my thing is like, I went into this documentary hoping to not hear about the scam. Like the scam stuff was interesting, and I feel for the people that were scammed. I personally, as a kid, thought that if you called that number, you would talk to her. But I'm a fucking kid. I don't need to know my future. I don't need to. I don't need to my day being brought down. But I'm like, did y'all know she has 2 kids?
No, see, that wasn't in the documentary. So I do agree with you guys that it was a lot missing.
Yeah.
But
Well,
what?
or not to cut you off, sorry.
Go ahead.
I did not know she.
And they probably didn't
So
want anything to do with this
why would you?
documentary.
Okay, I was like, why would you interview them? Like, I would like to hear from them.
Right.
How did you find out she had 2 kids? Sorry.
Spoilers, I busted my ass trying to find some trivia for this goddamn movie. Like this is gonna be real fucking lean this week. But she's got 2 kids.
Mm. Well, I still liked it because I think that because she lived a life in privacy, I think that what we know about her is all we're gonna know in life documentary.
So have you seen that movie The Prestige? She has 2 daughters, by the way, and she's been divorced. She got divorced when she was like 21. So in The Prestige, a character basically has this monologue about how you need performer, you need to live your character, even if that's not you. Like if your character is somebody with a limp, you do not leave that house without that cane. You have to play into what the audience thinks of you in public in order to be an effective character.
In wrestling, they said you have to live the gimmick. Like even back in the day when we all as kids we believed wrestling was real and you had the good guys and the bad guys. The bad guys couldn't ride in the same cars as the good guys. They couldn't be in a restaurant even though they was friends in real life because with a fan seeing the good guy and what if they seen Hulk Hogan at Waffle House with Sergeant Slaughter or something like that, then you had to live the gimmick.
Right. So she believed in that and more power to you. It just makes a shit documentary, in my opinion. I don't when we think of if somebody were to say to you, I love documentaries, where can I go to watch a good, solid, well-rounded documentary? What's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Cocaine Cowboys.
No, not the name of a documentary, like a platform.
I like to watch mine on Amazon Prime.
Ew.
What's wrong with Amazon Prime?
If
I also
me,
like YouTube.
If me and Matt were like, hey, we're gonna film some shit and string it together, Amazon Prime would post it. They don't give a fuck you have on
That's true. I'm talking about the actual, not the hood movies and the shit that regular ass people write. And
the shit that somebody filmed on an iPhone.
Literally, not that.
Right. So for me, if I think of quality think of HBO. HBO has been a gold standard for decades, and not only quality scripted television shows, but documentaries as well. And I don't feel like this is.
Well, what's when you think of HBO documentaries? What's the first one you come up? What's the first one you remember watching?
Are you talking about Real Sex?
What?
Kind of close.
Do you not know what Real Sex is?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a child that grew up in the 90s. Of course I know what Real Sex
Okay,
is.
you sounded astonished when I said you talking about the Cat House one, Matt?
I mean, I just wouldn't think
Pimps Up, Hoes Down. The one about Pips. I always think of that's my first real watching a documentary was Pimps Up, Hoes Down. Just talk about pimps. That's always remember.
Okay.
But yes, it was a good one on HBO.
I don't feel like this is the standard of quality of an HBO documentary, in my opinion. This feels like something that you would find on an I'm sorry, Dana, but this is not quality, in my opinion.
Well, I still liked it just because I found out stuff about her that I didn't know before. And I think that's the purpose of a documentary. What else would you have wanted to know about? Like, what questions did you still feel like were unanswered?
I wanted to know about her. Like, I went into it thinking it's called Call Me Miss Cleo, not the psychic friends scam. So in that regard, I'm thinking that we're gonna talk about her early life. Like we uncovered some stuff. Here are her parents. She's got a brother and sister, maybe. Here are her kids. They asked not to be part of this, but they were taken. Here's a photo of them taken in the courthouse. And since this is in a courthouse, we can legally show a picture of them. Like shit like that. I want to know about her.
I wanted to know more about her, like her doing the psychic readings. I know they said that they normally, correct me if I'm wrong, she did do, when some people did call, they did get her, but majority of everybody else got the regular people, right?
Right.
Or she didn't do none.
No, she did some, right?
So like I want to like see more of her, because from what they were saying, she does have some kind of ability. So I would like to see, like, talk about how she did it. I know the rest was going down a script and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought my understanding was that she was like in a studio recording it, and she was taking calls, but I don't know if they were like
Real
on that
calls?
same 1-800 number that everybody else was calling.
I got you.
But yeah. Well, I liked it because like I said, I kind of admired her ability to keep most of her life secret. Like that was one of the things I actually liked about that. I was like, oh shit, they can't find anything out about this bitch. Like that's crazy. Like so it literally allowed my imagination to run wild about actually really who she is. And I don't know. For me, I'm okay with not knowing. Yeah. So I liked it because I left it with information that I did not have before.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did get that. Yeah. I didn't know about the court stuff and things like that.
Yeah. So what do you guys think the Rotten Tomatoes score is on this movie?
I go with a 65.
What'd you say, Dana?
I'm pretty sure it got super low, right?
No idea.
A low rating, whatever that is.
Throw a number at me.
So Rotten Tomatoes, the lower you go, it means the worse it is or the best it is, right?
Worst.
So I think it may be like a 35.
50%.
Oh, okay.
Right on the line. But the audience oh, wait a minute. This has a 50% on the tomato meter with 6 reviews. 6 critics reviewed this. The audience score has a 36%.
Damn. Yeah. It's not, yeah.
Yeah. So I was, like I said, I'm scrapping for fucking trivia this week. So
I wonder who gets paid for this documentary for her since she's no longer with us.
she has 2 kids. Oh wait, well, just because they didn't want to be in it, like I feel like, I mean, they didn't use new footage of her, like they used like archived footage, so that might be like a little loophole.
No, that's a question I want answered. Like, who's giving Miss Cleo's money at this point?
Who is acquiring her debt?
That too.
So, question of the week. Does the Psychic Friends Network still exist today? A, yes. B, no. C, yes, but under a different name. Or D, no, but they changed their name and then the new company failed.
I'm going to go with D.
I was gonna go with D too. What was the first one you said that they changed the name?
Yes, no, or they changed the name. As in, yes, they still exist, but the name's different.
All right, I was gonna go with D, but now I'll go with that one now.
So that's the answer. Now they are the peer-to-peer network. So basically, they're doing shit over Zoom.
Wow.
And they're
Well,
still going today.
you know, it's crazy to me that people seek psychics. If you're ever like in a situation where you are needing answers and stuff, the last thing you should go is looking for it. Because, you know, a lot of these people are scammers.
Yes.
A lot of them are, but some of them are legit. And the ones would tell you, like, hey, don't, pay all these people to tell you about your life.
So here's my
One thing
question.
I thought about was, uh, like we should have had like maybe a therapist on here for this episode, because the reason I thought about this is when they were talking about how the people just want somebody to talk to and help them out and things like that, and I was like, oh, that's just like a therapist. But uh, so I wonder, no, I'm not comparing therapists to the psychic con people, but a lot of times you want somebody to, or if you, like she said, or they said, these people are at their low moments and they're just looking for somebody to listen to them, quote unquote, guide them and things like that. Basically, a therapist, but these people are just regular people reading from a script.
So I don't know, but I do get what you're saying. Like at the end of the day, a lot of people just want, to be pushed along on us, to know that they're doing their shit right or wrong. Get a little guidance.
Yeah.
Right. It's like somebody from no probably won't see again, so it's okay.
Right. So have either of you never done like gone to a psychic or done tarot readings?
I
No,
am
I
a
have not.
tarot reader. No, I'm my own tarot reader. Like I have my own deck. I don't read people, but like if I, want to draw a card to see like, the energies for the day or whatever, I'll do that for myself.
Okay, I've never done it either. It's something I would do, just something so I can say I've done it.
This literally should be everybody's approach. I would never seek out a reader to be just because I'm in a desperate situation and I need answers. Like that's the wrong way to ever try to get a message from whatever you believe in, if anything. So definitely don't go out trying to find a psychic.
Yeah, I'm a skeptical person. So like I would like at the end of the day, I'm just like this person is just like reading me. And so like I would try and do shit to like throw them off.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd go in there wearing my wedding ring and not go in there with my wife and be like, we want our reading, please. All right, let me do this trivia dump. In 2015, as Miss Cleo, her name was Yuri Harris, I believe, appeared in a series of advertisements for General Mills breakfast cereal, French Toast Crunch. The Psychic Readers Network sued on the basis that they owned the character of Miss Cleo, and the advertisements were shortly after discontinued.
So they basically own this lady's
Persona.
face and persona, character, likeliness, all of that.
I mean, I wouldn't say face, but like she was portraying the character of Miss Cleo. And since Miss Cleo is not actually her,
Yeah, so they own the character.
Yeah.
The commercial for Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Miss Cleo is available on YouTube if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I'm actually interested in seeing like what does Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Miss Cleo have to do with one another?
She can see how much cinnamon is going to be in that box, probably. Oh, okay. I didn't know we were stopping the show to watch it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'll look at it later.
So Dana, it's been really nice catching up with you. Didn't realize we hadn't hung out in 10 years because I thought it was a lot longer than that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's been nice. Thanks, Chad, for inviting me on.
Look, I'm sorry. It was a dark time for me, okay?
It definitely was. I remember something very funny happening that night.
Oh, what happened? Do tell about my shitty love life.
I don't remember, but I just remember her. Actually, you guys were being mean to each other. So
She was
a bitch.
Not good
Yeah,
person.
but I just remember that you guys were just not
We
not
weren't
getting
we
along.
weren't gelling. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that happened. Do you remember when we went Black Friday shopping?
We did?
We did.
Tell me more.
Well, it was you and your mom
Okay.
and me, Joe, and
His
Joe's
partner.
partner,
Okay.
right? And we were standing in line at Target. Joe had bought a Kindle, and I think you guys were talking about getting like some video games or something. But I remember that night because your mom kept me in the line because she was so funny, and she was definitely our entertainment for the night. Just
My
made it.
mother of media.
She definitely is. And she just made the night way enjoyable, like way more enjoyable than hanging out with you guys. So
I mean, that's fine. That's fine. That's kind of coming back, kind of.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been
Okay.
a long time, but it's been really nice catching up. Yeah.
Do you want to plug your stuff before we roll out, or no?
Well, I told you guys about the podcast. I don't talk about the podcast on my regular social media, so don't go there for that.
Anything before we roll out?
No.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you guys
Woman
want
of
to
mystery, thank you.
follow me on Instagram, it's Dana on Wednesday, and I'm actually Dana on Wednesday on all platforms. I'm even on YouTube, talking fashion. I do vegan cooking on TikTok. I just do a lot of stuff. So
Are you vegan?
I am. Well, I eat vegan food. I'm not vegan.
Okay.
Because, people get really mad if you say that and you still have leather bags and furs and
Right. Cause I didn't want to be offensive because I made some fucking salmon and shrimp fried rice today. And I had egg all up in that shit. Like I'm a fucking like monocle wearing like millionaire.
yeah, I don't hate. Eat your carcasses. That's on you
Well,
and your body, your
I'm talking about
digestive
the
system.
eggs because that shit like $6 a carton.
I know that's a rich meal.
I know. Might as well have put some gold in it. But thank you so much for listening. Please, what? No, not you.
No, I thought you were saying thank me, Dana.
No,
thank
no,
you,
no.
Chad, for having me.
Thank you, Dana, for coming on. I feel like I opened with that, and then I asked you to plug your shit, and you was like, "Fuck you."
Sorry about that.
But thank you so much for listening. Please rate, like, and review our podcast on your platform of choice. If you have any feedback, please email us at weusedtotalkpod@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page, We Used to Talk About This at Work, and follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at We Used to Talk Pod. Also, I said I was going to start promoting this more. Follow me on Letterboxd at BOW1213 and Matt at Mr. King 0257. We got to promote that more, Matt. Come back next week when we reluctantly discuss you people.
And like always, I don't know if this was a good episode. I don't know if it was a bad episode, but whatever you think about it, talk about it at work. Thank you for listening.